hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin sa kliyente na, oh, that's wrong. What you're doing right now is wrong. Because that's now how I live my life.
I think dito pumapasok yung parang ina-admire natin yung mga bilyonaryo na payak lang yung pananamit, hindi naka-brand. Di ba? Kasi hindi sila eccentric.
Kasi bakit pa ako magpapanggap na kamilyon? Eh para sa'yo baka ako. Nakita mo na lahat, Ate Pepper. Ikaw na nga nagdedesisyon ng schedule ko, di ba? Ano pang ipagpapanggap ko sa pamilyang ito?
May isa akong friend na napansin niya, sabi niya, hindi ka masyado nagmi-mix ng friends, no? Iba-iba ako sa iba't ibang friends. Ganun. Minsan tahimik akong, person, ganyan. Tahimik ka person.
Yung mga old gen anime lovers, parang sabi nila, hindi daw nila alam kung paano i-explain dun sa mga new gen anime lovers na tabu yung ginagawa nila dati.
Somehow, kung gagamitin mo siya, you have to be really careful kasi nga, you might lose yourself along the way.
Mga social deviants talaga na, kunyari yung maglalakad ka sa labas ng hubo, pero tumatakbo kang mayor, ganun. Alam mo, parang siya, hindi siya match.
Let's move forward to the next law and the last law for today's presentation. So law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. So, we all have private opinions. Pero yun, openly defying social norms or let's say group behavior sometimes. Kasi para sa akin, right now, hindi na siya, hindi na to, hindi na siya ganun ka lala na kapag differently or deviant ka, na-judge ka. Parang right now, medyo accepting na naman yung social norms. Pero still, there are certain circumstances na openly defying the social norms or group behavior makes you a target. So, outwardly conforming while keeping your independence of thought, that's at some point the right thing to do. So blend in, gain trust, and then apply your ideas strategically at the right time. So sabi nga dito, the true master of power understands that open rebellion or eccentric behavior can isolate you and create unnecessary enemies. And it weakens your influence. So instead, you should be blending in and appear conventional. So you could operate under the radar, preserving your power and masking your true intentions. So, ano ba yung nangyayari when we do this? So, there's two factors, internal versus external. So, your thoughts and beliefs can be radically independent, but your public behavior must align with accepted social standards. So, para sa akin ang example nitong internal versus external. So, in remote work, we often have clients na, let's say, a specific culture or style. So, even if we think normally differently, we first adapt to their way. Kasi, kliyente yun, girl eh. Like, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin sa kliyente na, oh, that's wrong. What you're doing right now is wrong. Because that's now how I live my life. So, normally, what we do is, we support what they're doing. And at the same time, what we normally do is, we follow the client's brand voice and tone, even if our personal style is different. But at the end of the day, we suggest creative twists that can help them elevate their, let's say, content. So, yun. So, another is preventing opposition. So, blending in helps you avoid showing undue attention or making unnecessary enemies, keeping your power base secure. And the risk of isolation. So, openly challenging norms or displaying eccentricity can lead to social ostracism. Yun na yun. And a significant way. And lastly is historical camouflage. So, many historical leaders achieved great success by adopting conventional appearances subtly masking their ambitious intentions or unorthodox methods behind a facade of normalcy. So, yun. So, feeling ko personal, actually ako, personal lang yun na isip ko. Like, maybe someone in a conservative community lives differently in private but blends in socially to avoid backlash. Yun actually nasa isip ko. Pero, feeling ko sa PM right now, normally what happens is, when you're a project manager or a VA, the first thing you do is you adapt the client's working style to build your trust before proposing process improvements that can help them do the business much better. Wala, yun lang yun naisip ko dito sa part na to. So kayo ba? Sino pa nandito? Si Casey ata nandito. Nandito ba si Casey?
Ate, time. Sige po, game.
Sorry na. So, Casey, have you ever had to adjust your behavior to fit in with the client while still keeping your own ideas?
Yes po. Kasi parang we will go back to yung previous na law na you do not outshine the master. Sometimes po, diba, hindi naman po natin ma-avoid na may mga no-overs na naman talaga sa leaders. Pero may mga certain environment and industry po hanggang big no-no na parang mag-voice up ka. Lalo na for example po, nasa government ako. So parang yung previous po, nasa government. So parang instead of voicing out yung idea ko or yung take ko about a certain decision, parang I would keep it to myself na lang, and then parang I would rather have the na parang, o sige, go with the flow ako, sige, current administration, woo, ganon, kahit hindi naman. Parang ganon.
Oh, very true. I'd say, di ba, para kasing normally, pag nasa corpo ka, andito pa ba si Ate Pepper? Ate Pepper, nakain ka na ba?
Kanina pa ako nandito.
Ayan. Ate Peps, ikaw, when it comes to like this, in your previous work and your current work right now, sa tingin mo, ano yung difference ng corpo pagkarating sa mga ganito? Yung think as you like but behave like others compared sa current work natin right now?
There's a lot of difference, no? Pero kasi you'd really choose a situation that you needed to do this. Kasi sa atin, sorry, narinig niyo ba ako? Hindi ko alam kung nasan yung mic ko. Ito lang, check ko lang yung mic ko. Ayan. So yun, sa atin kasi, chill tayo as individuals eh. We go to focus mode and do our work, but at the same time, hindi natin kailangang mag-play around the bush or mag-try mag-wear ng mask. Ayun. Sa core, depende din sa grupo na nakakasama mo. Kung alam mo na na yung kunyari sa isang sa mga training na mayroon ka mga nakakausap na managers, ganyan, or ibang team, and you already know that this person is really against you or against the other team member that you have or against your team, and alam mo na may ginagawa siyang kalokohan para masira yung team niya, yung mga ganun. So, hindi mo naman basta-basta magiging ka na lang, anong tawag dito, aawayin mo siya or i-confront mo siya. You're still in a professional setting. So, you try to behave in a way that everybody is, nice to each other, ganyan. But then, hindi mo kailangan maging chami-chami dun sa person. Diba? So, you still behave like others wherein hindi mo kino-confront yung personal or emotional stuff na kailangan yung i-handle or i-manage, but you still know your position at where you are. I think yun yung mga sinasabi ng mga ibang tao na ma-politics yung mga grupong yan, ganyan. Pero at the same time kasi, nagiging political lang siya kapag sa corp to nagiging political lang siya if talagang sumasali ka dun sa at hindi mo minamind yung work mo, diba? So, it really boils down to where you're gonna use this power. Are you gonna be a chameleon or just be who you are in a group na you feel safe or you don't feel safe? If you don't feel safe, I think, eventually, gagamitin mo talaga yung law. But if you feel safe with the group or with the surroundings or even the people around you, di mo siya magagamit. So, ayun lang.
Actually, very true. Kasi bakit pa ako magpapanggap na chameleon? Para sa'yo, baka ako. Nakita mo na lahat, Ate Pepper. Ikaw na nga nagdedesisyon ng schedule ko, di ba? Ano pang ipagpapanggap ko sa pamilyang ito? Hindi, pero yun, feeling ko yun yung difference ng VC. Kasi very open nung lahat ng tao na bihira, hindi pa naman ako na-judge. Or feeling ko na-judge yun ako, pero wala lang akong pake. Pero yun, the point is very open naman yung mga tao about who you are as a person, that you don't have to pretend. Like, parang ganon. So yun. Pero magre-recitation tayo kasi ngayon ako pumunta eh. Tapos 8:36 pa lang. CJ, ikaw. CJ. Requirement ko, CJ.
Game.
CJ, ikaw. How would you roll with Law 38?
With Law 38, matag dito. I think, majority kasi nagagamit talaga to, at least for me yung way ko kasi ng leadership, mas nagko-connect ako sa mga tao. Pero, as much as possible, I keep yung position ko on things, yung para sa akin. Kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan ko, stay ako doon. Parang, hindi ako basta-basta nagpapasway. Let's say, may opinion yung mga members ko, ganyan. I listen to them, pero hindi naman ako magpapasway dun sa opinion lang nila. So, I take that into consideration. Pero hindi ko siya, parang, hindi ko siya ipa-follow agad-agad. I still think as, parang, based on my own judgment, ganon. So, you still make sure na you're there and you're approachable enough para at least you're easy to, parang they can easily approach you on things na they would need your help on, ganyan. Pero still, you have your own decisions to make. Parang ganon siya sa akin. If that makes sense.
Nice. Hindi, naisip ko lang. Kasi normally din, di ba? Kapag nandun ka sa part na may team, I think it goes both ways. Kasi minsan, let's say, kung ikaw team leader ka, tapos kasama mo yung members mo. Hindi naman din kasi lahat napupush through agad sa kanila yung belief na meron ka at a snap of finger. And the same thing with, like, let's say, dun sa mga members na it takes a lot, hindi naman a lot, pero it takes time for adjustment to push through para magkasundo kayo before you meet like everything halfway. Diba? So, yun. Ate, curious question. Ito lang. For example, may client, ano is that? Teloy.
Yes. Saan siya?
Ito, curious question. Kasi diba, think as you like but behave like others. Normally, for example, kapag meron kang client, tapos nakuha mo yung client, tapos syempre, normally, diba yung ibang client, may SOP na silang pina-follow before. Tapos, sometimes, client tend to like, not change the procedures that they already have. Kasi doon na sila nag-stick for the longest time. Anong ginagawa mo para at some point, ma-push yung client na, it's about time, baguhin nyo na to kasi hindi na talaga siya helpful. Parang, yun yung curious question. Parang paano nyo siya napipilit na?
Sa akin as a process consultant.
Parang, mga ganun.
Sa book club.
Parehas, both.
Una-una, i-hire nila ako dahil sa advice ko, hindi dahil, dito kami, ito na yung Kaya nga hina-hire para improve yung process. Wala naman kasing process na perfect. Continuous improvement nga, di ba? So, hindi pwede yun. It will not happen. Ang thoughts ko lang dito sa think as you like but behave like others. I think dito pumapasok yung parang ina-admire natin yung mga bilyonaryo na kayak lang yung pananamit, hindi naka-brand. Di ba? Kasi hindi sila eccentric. Sinearch ko pa yung eccentric. Yung parang hindi sila talagang magarbo na parang pinapakita nila, oy, iba ako sa'yo, hindi tayo pareho, hindi tayo magkapareho ng level. So parang dahil iba sila mag-isip, iba yung mindset nila, billionaire mindset sila, hindi mo nakikita yon. Ang nakikita mo lang is, okay, naka-t-shirt lang siyang puti, o na si Mark Zuckerberg, naka-t-shirt lang siyang gray all the time. So parang may level of balance or parang in a way, parang approachable, relatable, na parang feeling mo. Kaya I think yun yung influence na parang, in a way, relatable ka sa kanila and you can influence them kasi feeling nila, naiintindihan mo sila kasi pareho lang kayo. Well, in fact, hindi kayo magkasame ng level. So, yun yung ano ko, na naisip ko kanina nung sinasabi mo to.
Yun lang. Ano na to last slide. Thank you, ate. Pero hindi mo ba alam, yung t-shirt ni Mark Zuckerberg ay mas mahal pa sa Gucci.
Oo,
Mas mahal siya dun sa normal na branded clothes.
Pero mukha kasi siyang quiet luxury lang siya. Mukha lang siyang normal.
Yun nga yung term. Ayan. So, conclusion for these 3 laws. Mastering power through strategy and self-control. So, the laws of power, as explored in these chapters, are not about over-aggression or ruthless domination, but about nuanced and sophisticated understanding of human nature and social dynamics. So normally, they teach us that true influence often lies in subtlety. So knowing precisely when to act, when to strategically withhold, and how to meticulously present yourself to the world. So yan, understanding the timing of action and inaction is paramount for effective influence. How you are perceived and your ability to exercise restraint are as crucial as your direct actions, and regularly reflect on these laws and their potential thoughtful applications in your daily life. Yes, Casey.
Anong daw si Casey?
Sorry po, for argument's sake. Curious lang din po. Yung Law 38 po ba, teaching strategic adaptability or parang may pagka-hypocrisy?
Para sa akin, strategic siya. Kasi hindi mo naman kailangan, sorry, mali pala yung pinipindot ko screen. Hindi mo naman talaga kailangan i-let go yung yung personal beliefs mo. Yung point lang niya is, you need to know when to act, how to act, na parang hindi siya kasi 'di ba parang merong mga certain time na you can say it nicely instead of like saying it like you're the most intelligent person in the room. Mga ganon. So, parang 'di ba, parang for example, sa BPO unang tinuturo is empathize with the customer. So you need to tell them na, oh, I feel parang gano'n. Hindi naman siya hypocrisy as to say, pero for me kasi parang it is a vital part of that conversation para maramdaman nung other part na you understand what he's going through.
Yes po.
Yun. So yun yung para sa akin. Ikaw ba, Ate Pep? Para sa Ay, Ate Ying, sige Ying. Kaya,
Ano yung tanong? Sorry.
Ako muna mag-weigh in.
Sige.
Ano daw, Ate Pepper, kung hypocrisy daw ba yung chapter 38? Kasi
or strategically.
You're not thinking like them, but you're behaving like them.
Parang ano lang po, parang playing the devil's advocate. Parang yung other side, parang kung mali pala yung understanding mo, it can encourage you to parang to kill your individuality or yung mahihinder yung progress mo sa person. pag like mali yung understanding, ganun lang. Wala lang po. For the sake of argument lang, wala lang. Okay, bye-bye po.
I like the question kasi naalala ko.
Question.
I like the question kasi naalala ko, mayroon ako dating. So, I'm not sure kung may nakapansin nito. May isa kong friend na napansin niya, sabi niya, hindi ka masyado nagmi-mix ng friends, no? Sabi ko sa kanya, iba-iba kasi yung iba-iba ako sa iba't ibang friends. Ganun. Minsan tahimik akong person, ganyan. Tahimik ka person, minsan hindi. Pero majority, of course, I'm real. But there was a time, siguro ng around 2014, may nagsabi sa akin na kasi nakita niya ako in different groups sa office. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, you're wearing different masks. And that's very, parang you're walking in a steep or shallow, ano ba yun? Parang steep cliff, basta ganun. Basta parang delikado daw yun, sabi niya sa akin. And then, yun yung time na hindi ko pa kilala yung sarili ko and I'm still finding yung foundation ko or yung foothold ko. Tapos, na-realize ko over time na oo nga, I was wearing different masks to be able to protect myself. So, hypocrisy siya in a way kasi I find na I'm wearing a mask na hindi nakikita ng mga tao yung totoong ako. So, at the end of the day, would I die na pag nakita-kita sila sa funeral ko, there would be a lot of different me na pag-uusapan nila and masyashock sila na, ganun pala, di ba? So, naisip ko na at that time na should I continue having different masks when I can wear no masks at all. So, pwede mo siyang magamit and I think it's a practice that hindi it's a practice. Kailangan mo siya i-practice para mangyari. Pero kailangan mo siya i-practice if you're gonna be a chameleon or if you're going to wear different masks. And yun nga, it's really a steep, steep road ba yun? Basta yun. Parang somehow, kung gagamitin mo siya, you have to be really careful kasi nga, you might lose yourself along the way. So, I think the best solution for that, if you feel like baka maging hypocrite ako ganyan, just be yourself and know your foundation, your baselines. Yun lang naman. Sana nasagot ko yung tanong ni Casey.
Hindi sa akin naman, iba naman yung perspective ko, Ate Pepper. Parang for me kasi, whenever you're integrating yourself to a new group, minsan kailangan mo ring makiramdam. It's not really you being plastic or you being a pretender, pero it's you being courteous, being professional. So, sa start gano'n naman talaga di ba? Hindi mo naman pwedeng agad i-impose yung individuality mo, especially when you're joining a new group, di ba? Pero if it's a certain culture na, yun na yung ibang scenario. Or, syempre, gagamitin ulit natin yung intention card. Meron bang intention of deceit? Meron ba talagang intention of malice? Then, maybe it's hypocrisy, di ba? Pero if you're just trying to, alam niyo, parang testing the waters, may gano'n naman tayong stage, di ba? Hindi ko alam kung, babad kasi ako sa TikTok pero kung nakikita niyo sa TikTok yung mga yung friend mong extrovert tapos may bago kang pinakilala.
Sige, naging introvert.
Tapos parang nagigisi lang, ay, ayoko na magkwento. Ganon. Yung parang, nagbabalik sa presentation nila.
Para pag may bago, shit, nagiging
kunyari, di ba, si Sweet, makulit yan. Makulit naman talaga siya, tapos kengkoy naman talaga siya. Pero kunyari, may bagong mga tao, magana siya muna yung Virgin Mary niya na di ba, na arte. Pero alam naman natin hindi siya ganun. Pero kasi, ayaw niya na yung first impression sa kanya is yun agad. 'Di ba? Kasi minsan nag-stick yung first impression natin doon sa tao. So, yun lang. Yung parang minsan, kailangan mo munang parang pakiramdaman, pakibagayan. Pero eventually, hindi naman wag lang masyado sigurong drastic para hindi ka parang baliw, 'di ba? Na talagang sobrang timid ka ng 6 months tapos after mo maka 6 months or timid ka ng 3 months after ng trial period biglang pinagmumura mo lahat, ganun. Wag lang siguro yung ganun ka drastic or biglang sobrang bastos mo. Alam mo yun? So, para sa ano lang siya, it's a way to protect yourself lang din. As someone na na-isolate din before. So, usually ang nakaka-feel ng mga ganito yung mga yun nga, sinabi ni Ninang, eccentric, mga weird, mga geek. Di ba? Usually, yun yung makaka-feel ng social isolation when you're different. Kaya minsan, magta-try ka. Di ba, eto, nakikita nyo rin naman to, normal siya na meme. Dati daw kapag anime fan ka, parang weirdo ka, di ba? Tapos ngayon, cool na yung nanonood ng anime. May mga anime con pa ngayon. Samantalang dati kapag ikaw yung nag-anime, para kang weirdo ka. So, yung mga old gen anime lovers, parang sabi nila, hindi daw nila alam kung paano i-explain dun sa mga new gen anime lovers na tabu yung ginagawa nila dati. Kasi ngayon, normal na siya. Yung parang ganon. So, sa naman, work culture, sa akin yung try to integrate yourself slowly. Yung having voice. Tapos, especially when you're in a new work setting, okay din yung medyo nakikiramdam ka muna sa start. Not really para maging plastic, pero minsan kasi kailangan mo lang rin protektahan yung sarili mo, di ba? So, yun lang. Yun lang ang aking thoughts.
Gusto ko yung yung perspective, Kuya Earl, kasi somehow in the past na parang it went to my head na parang nagiging plastic ba ako or nawawala ba yung sarili ko, but I like the perspective. It gives a better light on how I thought about things, and yun nga, but I'm glad na yun nga eventually I found my baselines.
Nakakuha mo rin naman yung mo ate, di ba? Yung voice mo talaga. Pero yun, parang try to find your center as early as possible para rin hindi ka maligaw. Kasi I think yun din naman yung worry natin, di ba? Na parang, kasi meron mga nasisilaw sa power, may nasisilaw sa pera, di ba? May nasisilaw sa fame. Pero kapag alam mo kung kung kaya mong i-ground yung sarili mo, babalik ka naman dun sa sa self mo. Pero yun. Siguro yung social deviance yung nasilaw sa flood control. Siguro yung social deviance yung iniiwasan dito, Sweet. Kasi nga parang, di ba yung book naman natin is about obtaining power. And when you're socially deviant, medyo mahirap talaga mag-create ng support from the crowd around. So, di ba kaya naliligo, yung mga ganun. Hindi ka naliligo, hindi ka nag-toothbrush.
Parang feeling ko, yung thing kasi but behave like others. Unlike before, na kasi literally societal norms is really different. Ngayon, accepting na conforming na Yung deviant dati parang weird pa sa kanila na ginagawa, pero parang ngayon, baka ganun lang yung lifestyle niya. Parang, I mean, here sa Philippines at some point. Pero syempre, I think it would apply parang greatly on, let's say, other cultures. Kasi medyo strict sila. Medyo may societal norms talaga na standardized na hindi pwedeng ma-break anytime. Parang, yun yung for me. Yun yung naisip ko.
Tsaka, di ba pati yung meron na rin nga ngayong mga movement na no kink shaming, bawal na ngayon yung mga sexist, may soju na. Alam mo, medyo mas accepting naman na generally yung mundo right now than before. Especially yung mga younger generation. Pero I think ang pinaka lang dito, yung mga social deviance talaga na, kunyari yung maglalakad ka sa labas ng hubo, pero tumatakbo kang mayor, ganun. Alam mo, parang siya, hindi siya match. Di ba, alam niyo naman yun yung mga social deviance? Meron namang mga ganun sa school, di ba? Yung wala ba kayo ganun? Sa ano yun eh, sa Toksay, yung mga deviants,
Toksay.
yung papasok
Toksay
ang taong grasa, ganun.
Toksay one.
Yung mga ganun.
True.
Feeling ko yun yung ano dito, yun yung parang medyo mas inaano niya. Tsaka, for example, yung mga artista, di ba usual yung artista, iba naman talaga yung persona nila in real life than what they are portraying.
Pero thank you, Casey. Very good yung question. Salamat too. May ano pa ba kayo? Te Peps, ikaw. Te Jana, baka naman gusto mo mag-input before tayo mag-end.
Okay na, happy Friday na tayo.
Okay, yun lang.
Thank you so much, guys.
Happy weekend! See you later.
Happy weekend.
Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Yes, see you. Bye-bye. Next week!